Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome. Yes, so Royal Sisterhood tested why Queen Naomi refused to let Dr. Lizzy break down alone. Now it's understandable because Dr. Lizzy has actually always been there for Queen Naomi. And this is going to be one of those times where Dr. Lizzy is just devastated, apart from the time where she was crying over Incubus and Succubus attack. This will be the second time where she's been so devastated. That shrine scare has really scared her. Of course, Dr. Lizzy was so frightened, pained, wanted to leave palace, but Queen Naomi abandoned dinner with Christian sisters who have gone on retreat with her to pledge her support to Dr. Lizzy. Yes, so that is what we are hearing right now. That in fact, Dr. Lizzy and Queen Naomi, it's been something else. Dr. Lizzy has been frightened though. Hey! They say after the shocking discovery at the sacred shrine, an incident that left even the bravest members of the palace rattled, including Paropo. Hey, even Paropo self. Dr. Lizzy, of course, has been very, very and deeply shaken. For the first time in a long while, her calm, unbothered demeanor cracked. Dr. Lizzy, known for her composure and, technical brilliance, was frightened, in pain, and almost made up her mind to leave the palace. She felt betrayed by the forces she couldn't control, and it seemed like all her strength was slowly draining away. It's not a small thing, no. They say Naomi, had to abandon dinner. As at yesterday, they had a very important dinner with everybody, the Christian sisters, those who went to Morocco. They have a program of events and all of that. They said she had to abandon everything just to be there for Dr. Lizzy, to support Dr. Lizzy, to encourage Dr. Lizzy, to, make her understand that that as a matter of fact, she had to bring in Reverend Funke. I've done it on the other video before. I won't want to go there again. Why? Because real queens don't let each other break down. They said that was what, Queen Naomi said when they asked, like right there in Morocco, they asked why she was so concerned about this woman. And she said, real queens do not let each other break down. This is how it's supposed to be. Not this thing that these ones they are doing all over the place, making the whole thing look somehow. What many people don't know is how much Dr. Lizzy has been there for Queen Naomi, especially during her most vulnerable moment. Their sisterhood may not have been obvious to outsiders, but behind the palace doors, okay, they said Dr. Lizzy had always stood firmly by Queen Naomi's side. One major moment that, cemented their bond happened back in December during the palace stampede. During Queen Naomi's stampede, okay, that led, Queen Naomi's controversial arrest, okay? Remember the stampede that led to Queen Naomi's controversial arrest, okay? While some other wives turned their back and whispered behind closed door, they did everything to ensure that Queen Naomi stayed there. Because of course, one thing that will make them happy is to ensure that Queen Naomi does not return back to the palace. They say Dr. Lizzy reached out, contact people, continue to speak to the Oni of Ife, even confronted some of the palace elders who she felt had allowed Queen Naomi to be publicly humiliated. Remember those times that Kabiyesi, those first 3 or 4 days that Kabiyesi did not say anything? At the time when Queen Naomi was made to feel like an outsider in a palace she once ruled as the crown queen, Dr. Lizzy reminded, her of her word. She would sit, they said those times, she just kept encouraging Queen Naomi, for Queen Naomi not to break down. She kept disturbing until it got to a point where Kabiyesi had to take it up from there. This woman has always been there for Queen Naomi. So when Dr. Lizzy broke down after the disturbing event at the shrine, when she began to question her place in the palace and whether she could continue, the only right thing for, Queen Naomi to do at that time was to, return that same love that and loyalty that had been given to her so selflessly. Naomi had to leave everything, left the dinner and everything to be there for Dr. Lizzy. And they said Kabiesi was almost crying just seeing this bonding, seeing this sisterhood that was, happening between Queen Naomi and, Dr. Lizzy. It's something that, felt so good. The king felt so good because the whole thing had become very, very disturbing. Kabiesi had to do something that he has never ever done before. According to what they are saying, they said that is it Bemi Sola and Sonny, that they have been reminded in custody right now. Today is public holiday. By tomorrow, as in the next day to work, I don't know if tomorrow is work in Nigeria. They say KBAC has asked them to take those people to court. Now, taking them to court, what does it mean? Apparently, they are going to jail. Because cutting somebody's clothes and taking it to shrine is a felony. Is a felony. You could go to jail for that. And the worst thing is that they have confessed to this crime. Now, the question self that a lot of people are asking, how about that the other woman, Ikbi? Well, there's nothing they can do because the reason is that if they drag her, they would drag they like say, oh, you're poor for ground, you carry your cloth poor and begin the drag them. If you drag down your pass for carpet, you go rub carpet, rub everywhere. That's the luck they have, and that is why they are taking away that immunity from them, so that at least Kabiyesi self too can rest. That is if all the information we continue to hear is the truth. Because this is not okay. This is not fair. Nami has shown great love and support to Dr. Lizzy. And they say as at now that we are making this video, they say the situation is very calm. Dr. Lizzy has calmed down already as they are doing a whole lot to do cleansing, to do this, to do that. They have gone to go and scatter the shrine. That yesterday, they said they scattered the shrine. They did a whole lot. Okay. So it is not an easy thing, Odela writes. It is not an easy thing that is going on. But everybody is happy that, of course, Naomi is there also for Dr. Lizzy because there's nothing that will make me happy than to see these two women succeed. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.